50-36. All right. The guards coming out. First of all, let's take you down on the floor. Marcus Wilhelm, the first man out for the Amery Warriors, number 32, the 5'10" junior. Now coming out, Gabe Brotzel, number 34, a 6'3" senior. 2 out for the Lumberjacks, number 12. Brent Larson at 5'6", a freshman, and 22, Scott Efforts at 6 foot, a junior. Number 40 out for Amery, Matt Koppinger at 6'1", a junior. Number 30 for Ladysmith, Mike Berg at 6'1", a junior. On the inside, number 54 for Amery, Jake Ginter at 6'2", a senior, and 42 for Ladysmith, John Will at 5'11", a senior. And the big guy for the Amery Warriors, number 55, Scott the House Jensen at 6'7", a senior, and number 52 for the Ladysmith Lumberjacks, Brian Guthausen at 6'1", he is a junior. So it's going to be Wilhelm, Brotzel, Koppinger, Ginter, and Jensen for Amery. We're happy to see those starters back. And it will be Larson, Effortsburg, Will, and...
Oh, Grutenhausen?
Grutenhausen. Thank you very much, Ray Norstead. Well, this should be an exciting one. And on this cold evening here at Ladysmith, they have showed up in full force. And we will take a survey of those Amery fans that made it over. The student body and the adult crowd. I know there are some Amery faces here, but we'll take another quick look here as the game progresses just to see how many did show up and how much noise we're going to hear when somebody from Amery puts the ball through the hoop. Let's take it down on the court where in the circle it'll be Jensen stepping in against number 22, Scott Efforts, for the tip. And the ball is in the air. It's controlled by Efforts into the backcourt, picked up by John Will. And the Lumberjacks go on offense to get things going quickly. It's Efforts with the ball, left side of the key. They go to the freshman, Larson. Larson, guarded by Wilhelm, goes to the left wing, left side of the key. And that is Berg. Given off to Efforts to the left side. Jump shot on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by the big guy. The house went high in the air and brought her down with a little help from Brotzel. As the Amery Warriors go on offense for the first time, Wilhelm brings it across on the near side. He is picked up by Larson immediately. Pulls up on the dribble, needs help, and still looking. Finally comes to Koppinger, out high on the left side. He's guarded close by Grutenhausen. Drives to the right side, will go. Off the glass, his shot no good. Rebound Brotzel put up no good. Rebound tipped around and pulled down by Berg.
The Warriors can't afford to have that happen. A couple of shots and weren't able to convert there.
Good point. And there again, Brotzel had a good second chance there and could not capitalize. Here's a drive by Efforts. Baseline, left side, shot missed. Rebound pulled down by Brotzel. And well, the intensity of this game is 100% already. As Wilhelm will bring it across against pressure put on by Larson. On the left side now, goes to the free throw line. Before he gets there, we've got a body check on the freshman and the first foul in the contest. Well, this is like tournament basketball, is it not, Dave Carden?
Good intensity by both teams. Both teams opening up in a man-to-man after each other, right up in the face here.
Inbound pass, Koppinger goes to Brotzel high on the left side. Front court action for the Amery Warriors on the dribble to the right. He pulls up with the basketball. Brotzel has to hand off. Goes right side to Koppinger coming up from the baseline. Way out high. Picked up by Grutenhausen. Drives down low. Had the avenue. Baseline jump shot put up and good. And if anybody can do it, Koppinger can. He's a good shot when he gets close. 2-0. Amery scores first as Efforts brings it across. Goes left side to Berg. Now gives off to Larson. Out on top, it's Scott Efforts once again, the 6-foot junior, way out near the timeline. Koppinger picks him up. 3-point attempt on the way in and out. Rebound pulled down by the house again. He'll give off to Wilhelm. The freshman guard putting pressure on in the backcourt, and Wilhelm beats him into the front court right side. Still with the dribble is Marcus Wilhelm coming near side for Brotzel. In the lane he goes all the way down low. Tried the shot, missed. Rebound. Pulled down by Brotzel, but he came from out of bounds to hand it off the hands of Jensen. It'll be Ladysmith basketball.
Too bad. It was a good call by the ref. He definitely came from out of bounds, but it was a good effort by Brotzel to come back in and try to throw it up there.
Well, I think he doesn't believe he's going to get down that low, so he's a little confused with the shot. As the Lumberjacks bring her down, we've got a foul on the left side as Efforts drove down low. Really laid one up there with a golden touch and also draws the foul, so a 3-point attempt coming here. Koppinger picked for the foul. That'll be his first in the contest. First team foul on Amery. The Lumberjacks have one. Efforts with his first points in the ball game and a chance to make it 3.
Looks like the Lumberjacks here run like a 1-4 offense against that man-to-man. Gives Efforts an awful lot of floor to work with as he comes up to start the offense.
Good point, and there again, he's going to take the initiative more times than not here as the three-point he connects on the free throw. And as the Lumberjacks try to put full court pressure on, which was working for a time, Jensen with a pass into the front court on the far side. He tried to hit Jake Ginter. The pass was there. Jake could not pick it up off the floor, through his hands and out of bounds on the far side. A turnover there, and the Lumberjacks bring her down. 3-2, the Lumberjacks by 1. On the far side, it's Larson. Almost lost it. Pressure put on by Wilhelm. Out high, they go to Berg. He goes to the top of the key. Left side to Larson. It came up from the baseline, guarded by Wilhelm. Now a bounce pass. Number 52 snuck in there on us. That is Vinny Ross. Number 52, a 6'1" junior. Comes near side to Berg in three-point range. Does not go. Goes in the circle. Left side. A shot on the way and no good by Grutenhausen. Or check that by Will, rather. Will tried it for three. No good. The rebound to Amery. Down into the front court. Koppinger left alone at the free throw line. Puts her up and it's good. And Amery leads by 1. Well, they're up and down quickly, and here's a lob down inside to the man who just checked in, Ross. He misses an easy one, trying to go over the house. Rebound to Wilhelm, and Amery will bring it across right through the circle. It is Wilhelm with a dribble drive down the right side, pulls up in the wing. Gives off to Brotzel, three-point attempt, short rebound, pulled down by the house. He went over Ross, tries a shot, no good, but he's fouled. Boy, that was a nice rebound by the big guy.
Absolutely, he was in a good position that time, came down with the rebound and went back up strong and caught the fall in the process.
One thing that the Amery big people have always been coached well to do, get the ball down low, go right back up, lean into the inside on the defense, and pick up those fouls. And
let me make a correction. I called Ross in the ballgame. That's incorrect. I got him mixed up with Grutenhausen, and I guess I just wanted an easier name to call. We'll let it go at that. The house at the line put the first one through. Normally, you don't get away with a rebound like that, no matter how small the guy in front of you is. Second one is good as well. Well, that's one thing Amery could use tonight is some good free throw shooting. As the Lumberjacks come down quickly, they go inside. Grutenhausen there goes up over the big guy and scores. Bryan hits for the first time. It's now 6-5, Amery by 1. In the backcourt, Larson putting pressure on Wilhelm. And Marcus with some good ball handling brings it across. Now an offensive foul. And not much to contest there, as Marcus gave him a forearm just as he got into the front court. They call him on it, and that'll give the ball to the Lumberjacks.
Well, it definitely was a foul. I understand what he's calling, but it's one of those situations that I guess I was out there in Marcus's shoes, I'd be doing the same thing. He's really getting hawked out there, I guess, by Larson, doing a good job on defense.
As you mentioned that, the inbound pass goes to Efforts across on the left side, given off to Larson. Wilhelm on him. They go to Berg in the far corner, back out to Larson, left of the key. Wow, this one is exciting. Berg gets it back, tried to drive in the lane, cut off by Ginter, gives off on the outside, a three-point attempt up and no good, and a foul by Berg, trying to take it away from the house. So Mike Berg, the 6'1" junior, will pick up his first for the Lumberjacks. And now we see Matt Lindee and Maya Fredrickson checking in for the first time tonight for Amery. So both people are back that we missed the other night. Inbound pass after the foul goes to Koppinger. He'll have to take the length of the court, pulls up in the backcourt, needs help. Into the front court, they go to the big guy. Out near the timeline, dribbles a couple of times, holds up, gives off to Koppinger near side. Matt drives down the left side, got an avenue, gives off right side to Brotzel. He puts it up off the glass, and it's good.
Nice pass that time.
Yeah, nice dish off the double team. Beat his man. Lumberjacks had to pick up, and a nice dish off.
And as we mentioned that, the Lumberjacks down quickly, and the freshman puts one up for three on the far side. It's now tied 8 points apiece. What a ball game underway here from Ladysmith. Wish you were here. Fredrickson gets his hands in the ball for the first time. Out high goes to Lindee. Almost stumbled with it. Right side to Fredrickson. He's a two-point attempt. He thought he was in three-point range, but it was short anyway. The rebound to Efforts down quickly to Berg, and they give off to Will. And John Will takes it in for two.
Beautiful fast break that time by the Lumberjacks, pushing the ball down the floor.
That was a beautiful play. 10-8, the Lumberjacks on top by a couple. Koppinger down, pulls up on the post right side, jump shot, missed, rebound, chased down by Fredrickson. He wisely threw it off of Will, who was standing on the baseline. Fredrickson had no chance. He was out of bounds. It'll be Amery's basketball as Wilhelm and Ginter coming back in, the house and Brotzel coming out for a rest. So Amery will have it from their own baseline. Matt Lindee set to throw it in. Number 20 checks in, Joel Clark for the Lumberjacks. Their first substitution. Now let's see. We're going to get number 32 in here. That's Ben Baker. And also number 54 now, Vinny Ross is in there. right. Lindee to throw it in. Bounce pass. Koppinger loose on the left side. Pull-up jump shot. Too hard. Rebound. Pulled down by Ross. Quickly given off to Efforts. Into the front court. Feeds left side. A driving layup put up and good by number 32, Baker. It is now 12-8, and these Lumberjacks look like $1 million at this point. Amery into the front court. Lindee, nice pass to Koppinger. Down low. Fredrickson loose on the baseline. Set shot put up and good. And take her hand off to Fredrickson.
Here comes Ladysmith right away. They're pushing that ball as soon as they can every time down the floor.
As you mentioned, had a shot on the baseline taken by Will. Now they go to the outside. It was a shot put up by number 20, Joel Clark. No good. The rebound comes down to Amery. And it will be Wilhelm to bring it across after the rebound. Give it up to Koppinger high on the right side. Somebody pushing in the lane. It'll go against the Lumberjacks. It could be Vinnie Ross. Let's wait and see. No, it's going to be number 20, Clark. So Clark will pick up his first. That'll be the 14th foul on the Lumberjacks. Brotzel and the big guy of the house coming back in, and Koppinger will get a rest. Fredrickson and Koppinger coming out of there. Lindee will throw it in from the Amery baseline, left side of the hoop. It'll go to Brotzel. Left alone at three-point range, does not go. Out on top, he goes to Wilhelm. Efforts on him, now to Brotzel out of the lane. Alley-oop to the big guy. 5-footer off the glass, missed. Rebound comes down to Ladysmith. Will take it by himself down. Pulls up, goes left side. A shot on the way from the corner is no good. That was taken by Ben Baker. The rebound comes down to Amery. Lindee will bring it across on the near side. Double team, dribbles out of it, now needs help. Looking, goes out underneath. Here's Ginter. He put it up and it's good.
Beautiful pass.
Nice heads-up play by Lindee. 12-12, what a ball game from Ladysmith. Non-conference. Glad to have you along here on WXCE Radio Sports. Here's a drive attempt by Efforts, and Lindee would not leave him alone, and Scott will pick up foul number 1. Did I say Scott? Matt will pick up number 1.
Well, I know one thing. I've seen already more three-point attempts here tonight than we've seen in any other quarter so far this year.
Definitely so. Efforts will throw it in from the near side. Near corner. Will try it for 3. No good. Rebound. Ginter at great position. Backs his man out of there and pulls down the rebound with 1:25 to go in the quarter. Wilhelm across at midcourt. Drives right side with the dribble. Gives off to Ginter. Looking at the big guy. Does not go. Out on top they go to Brotzel. Mishandle the ball. Picks it back up. Now hands off to Wilhelm. High on the top of the key. Near side to go to Ginter. Dives down at the screen. Puts it up. Good. Brotzel led away. And Ginter took it in for 2. It's now 14-12. Amery by a couple. Efforts down. Tried it for 3. No good. Rebound into the hands of Wilhelm. Well, give Amery credit. This Ladysmith team is beautiful, and Amery is playing a super game. Wilhelm feeds the big guy down low. Missed the shot. Rebound. Pulled down by Ladysmith. Efforts. Races into the front court. Had the ball tipped. Picked up by Brotzel. Knocked out of bounds by Efforts. They'll give it to Ladysmith.
Good call by the official. I didn't think he saw it, but the Efforts hit the ball. Went out of bounds.
Definitely so. Well, let's take a look now. Grudenhausen coming back in. We've got a bunch of people, a bunch of shuffling going on. We'll pick them up in a moment. Larson back in there. Efforts will throw it in from the baseline. This side of the hoop. Still trying to get it in. And it goes to Berg back in there. Hands off to Larson. He drives in the lane. Now backs out of there. Tries to go around Brotzel. And a foul called on Brotzel. So Gabe will pick up number 1. The 15th foul on Amery. Check that, the 4th team. And the Lumberjacks will have it from the far side. 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Amery leading 14-12. The JV won their contest 50-36. Efforts takes the inbound pass. Will try it for 3 way out there. It's good. Well, that could be a sign of things to come here. 15-14, the Lumberjacks by 1. 23 seconds to go. Close out the quarter as Wilhelm brings across against Efforts. Drives near side. Pulls up at the post on the left. Gives off to Koppinger. He goes to the right side, guarded by Larson. Now has to go on top to Wilhelm with 10 seconds to go. Drives the right side, and he'll try it off the glass. It's going to go through. Wilhelm with a nice touch. Gets his first points in the ball game. And Efforts with 2 seconds to go will try it from the timeline. No good. And our first quarter score. Amery 16. Ladysmith 15, back in 1 minute. Action underway. In the front court, Amery's possession. They tried to go to the house with the alley-oop, tipped into the hands of Brotzel. He tried it on the right side off the glass. He was wide open, missed the shot. The second quarter underway. The Lumberjacks in the front court. A traveling call on the near side. Joel Clark got excited right side of the key. It'll be Amery's basketball. 7:37 to go in the first half, and wow, it has been worth the price of admission already. Wilhelm against Larson. Goes right side. Gives off to Koppinger, top of the key. Front court action for Amery. Comes near side. Brotzel coming out of the lane. Down low, Ginter got it. He's loose. Lets the defense go by. Tried the shot, no good, but he's fouled by Berg. He'll go to the line, shooting a couple.
Once again, the Warriors doing a good job of getting that ball underneath the basket, working it in there, and trying to get that easy shot. Wasn't able to convert there, but definitely got fouled.
Well, I don't know, Ray. What have we looked at? 14 games already. And I haven't seen Amery play this good team ball this year that I can recall.
Well, they're playing that ball that, we've talked all year long that they're capable of. That first quarter maybe against New Richmond that we played this way, but they're really playing what they're capable of doing, and that's great. And
as you mentioned that, Ginter has just sunk 2 from the free throw line, so Amery shooting 100% there, and that's a great sign. We're now leading 18-15 over Ladysmith. Holy smokes, you got to wonder how Spooner beat this team. Larson on the far side. Northwestern also beat them. Maple Northwestern. Efforts out high on the left side, guarded by Brotzel. Front court action for the Lumberjacks. Comes near side to the Berg, guarded by Ginter. Right side of key. Now they go left side to the freshman. That's Larson. He drives in the lane, got loose, but did not go. He elected to dish off from the left side to Grudenhausen. As he does so, it's called for traveling. A turnover there. And Amery will get it back as John will come back into the ball game. And Joel Clark coming out of there. 18-15, Amery by 3. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. The freshman on him immediately. That is Brent Larson, 5'6" freshman. He's the son of the coach Forrest Larson. Comes left side, Wilhelm in the front court. Out on top, Koppinger, guarded by Efforts. Taking a look. One dribble, gives off Wilhelm near side. In the lane, it's Brotzel. Off the glass, his shot, no good. He was way off balance. Will takes the rebound, brings her down, gives off to Efforts, drives the left side, tries it off the glass, no good, but a foul on the big guy. And Scott Jensen will pick up foul number 1.
That's too bad. It was definitely, I think, a foul, but Scott almost had possession of it. It was sturdy there, but he reached a little too far the wrong direction and got caught.
So Efforts will step to the line for the second time tonight. He was there earlier in the first quarter and completed a 3-point play after being fouled on a drive that time. The shot is on the way, and it is good. And he made it look easy. Absolutely no delay. 7 points now for Efforts. Averaging 23.6 per game on the year. The second one by Efforts is good as well, so give him 8 points. And now we're looking at a 1-point ball game, 18-17. The Warriors by 1. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. And he will come down the near side as Will started to try to stay with him. And needs help now. Goes across the lane to Brotzel, far corner. Picked up by Berg, inside to go to Ginter. Trying to go over the defense, and a foul called on Grudenhausen. Brian Grudenhausen. How do you do that, Ray?
Grudenhausen, I think it's called.
Well, okay. We'll use the TH that's in his name. It's got to be these glasses.
By the way, Bill has to have new glasses tonight, folks, so you're going to get all the right calls.
Inbound pass, Brotzel high on the right side. After the foul, gives off to Wilhelm. Alley-oops to the big guy. Lost it in the lane, picked up by Ginter, and a hook shot underneath, no good. Picked up by Brotzel, lane shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Brotzel again, knocked out of the play by Wilhelm, picked up by Efforts. Tough break. Give up to Will, quickly into the front court. Underneath they go. Who's there? Grudenhausen, and Grudenhausen puts it through. Give it 4. And Lumberjacks cause a turnover as Amery trying to bring it out quickly. Out of bounds on the far side. Lindee coming back in along with Fredrickson, and Wilhelm and Brotzel will get a rest. Holy smokes, you take away some of those bunnies we've missed. And we've got probably a 6 to an 8-point lead here. Now we are trailing 19-18. Efforts brings her down. Got left alone at the free throw line. Jump shot put up, and you can almost see it going through before it left his fingertips. 21-18, the Lumberjacks by 3. Lindee across, and with some good ball handling ability, He missed, or he left it behind momentarily, picked it back up, goes to Koppinger. Fredrickson, right side, Will on him, to the big guy. Trying to get away from the defense. They'll call him for traveling. Boy, that's the last thing you want to see. Now, I don't know what's happened here, but, you know, we're looking at somewhat of a different Amery team now, the last minute.
They lost that intensity here all of a sudden. Need to pick it up here again.
21-18. And from the outside, Larson tries it for three. Chased down by Koppinger after he missed the shot. And Matt will bring it across right through the circle. A slow dribble, now drives toward the post. Needs help. Comes near side. Fredrickson. Alley-oops to the big guy. He's got it. Shot put up and no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll try it again. This time it's good. Wow, maybe he learned that time that he's got more time. As we mentioned, that Will down. Tries it for three. No good. The rebound on the house. He missed it on baseline. Loose on the floor. Scramble for it. We'll have a jump ball. Well, the size may very well come through here before this game is over yet.
Well, it's going to be all important.
Ladysmith's working awful hard trying to guard Jensen down there. They're fronting, and they're getting weak side help on him. I think if Jensen can spot the open man, there's got to be someone open there. They're working hard on the double team on the low post.
Well, he's been doing it, but nobody's been making the shots. Inbound pass efforts. Goes to Berg, near corner. Picked up by Ginter. Gives off to Efforts. Out on top, they go to Will. In the lane he goes. Dishes down lower. Tried to. The ball on the floor. Through the hands of Brotzel. Out of bounds to Ladysmith. Good call.
Good hustle by the Warriors. Go ahead, Dave.
Ross is back in there, by the way. Vinnie Ross and Gruthausen coming out of there. Now, Ben Baker comes back in, and Berg will get a rest.
Both teams going to the bench. It's been up and down the floor, and it's a good thing. These kids are going to need a rest because it's a very intensive game out there.
Good comment, and as you mentioned, that Will takes it out on top for the Lumberjacks. They lead 21-20. Drives to the lane, gives off far side to Baker. Alley-oops inside. Ross there, tries it good. Well, they caught us sleeping that time as Ross capitalizes on a nice pass. Lindee brings her down, goes in the lane, Brotzel waiting, goes around the right side, lays it up off the glass, and it's good. Amery answers the call. It's a one-point game again, 23-22. Efforts down on the left side, goes to the far corner. That's Clark out on top. They go to Will. Will guarded by Fredrickson, tries it for three, no good. Rebound, tipped into the hands of Wilhelm. Marcus back in there, will bring it down for Amery. Pulls up high on the key. Goes right side with a dribble down toward the corner. Looking at Ginter. Cannot go. Goes to Brotzel. Right side. He'll go through the defense. Got stripped of the basketball by Efforts. Here's the lead pass into the front court. Underneath, they tried to go, and traveling called on Efforts. Well, a nice defensive play by Lindee, and Amery will get the basketball back, and they trail 23-22.
Good hustle by Amery getting back on defense that time.
Boy, Lindee has proven to be a key man coming off the bench. He's a starter all day long, but he's playing that role and really has proved himself each and every time. Amery in the front court again. Now it's Lindee, top of the key, in the circle rather. Out on top they go to Wilhelm. He thinks about going, gives off Maya Fredrickson into Ginter, and before he can get going, a foul on Ross. Ross shoved him, and so Ross will pick up foul number one. And now, are we in the bonus? We should be.
Oh, yeah.
They're slow to put it up there, but Ginter will go to the line shooting 1-1. Larson will come back in with 2:51 to go, and Efforts coming out for the first time. Now they show the 7 underneath the 23. Those are the points for Ladysmith. Ginter stepping to the line, and he is 3 out of 3. And with that, 7 points on the evening, and now we're looking at a tie ball game. Jake Ginter to try it again. The free throw on the way is good. Can you imagine this, Ray Norstead? We're shooting 100% from the free throw line.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's that night we've been waiting for, and like you say, the kids are still hustling out there, and it's an exciting ball game.
24-23, Amery by 1. Larson across the freshman. Gets by Lindee. Gives off near side to Will. Drives in the lane. Jump shot on the way is going to be no good. Rebound to the house. Jensen with another rebound for the Amery Warriors. Gives off to Marcus Wilhelm. And the coach's kid whips her into the front court to Matt Lindee. Now comes near side. Back to Marcus right side. Larson on him. On top to go to Brotzel. Looking at the big guy. Lindee Bad pass intended for House, taken away by the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Will brings her down, feeds left side, driving layup put up and good by Joel Clark. Clark back in their scores, and it's now 25-24. 2:10 to go in the half. What a half it has been. Wilhelm into the front court with the basketball, goes right side for Fredrickson, into the big guy. The House got to the paint, but he's called for traveling again on the far side, and apparently having some difficulty moving left to right.
Well, he's just taken one step in there, too many before he puts the ball down.
Well, Berg back in there. Ruthhausen back in there for the Lumberjacks. Koppinger back for Amery. The Lumberjacks in the front court. Efforts, top of the key, now drives to the left, pulls up, jump shot from the post is going to be no good. Rebound, the House again. Holy smokes. They can't move out of there. And some of those rebounds are effortless. As Koppinger comes down, tries it off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Berg, but stripped by Brotzel, and Brotzel will be called for the foul. Number 2 on Gabe Brotzel. 1:35 to go in the half.
Once again, Amery having good luck driving the ball to the inside and getting the ball to the inside, but just can't seem to get those short shots to drop. Perhaps they will in the second half.
And if so, that could make a big, big difference here. A big difference. As we mentioned, that Efforts comes down. He got in close, missed the shot, but the rebound comes down to Berg. Out high on the left side, it goes to check that to Brent Larson. And now on the near side is picked up by Berg. To Larson with 1:15 to go. 25-24, Ladysmith by 1. Now they go to Berg left side. To the post, Ruthhausen out on top to the freshman. Larson tries it to 3, and it's good. Give him 6. It's now 28-24.
They're not shy from three-point land.
Boy, I'll tell you, I wish you could bottle this game and take it with you. Here's Amery in the front court. Lindee will try it for 3. Almost. The rebound comes down to Baker. To Efforts into the front court. Larson will try it for 3 again. Again, it's good. Holy smokes, this kid's a freshman. He has 3 3-pointers already. 31-24. It's a 7-point game for the Lumberjacks. Amery into the front court. They pick the press. Wilhelm wanted to go for 3. Goes to Lindee. Right side, Brotzel. He'll try to drive the baseline. Cut off by Berg. And Berg called for a foul. I don't know. I think it's a good call.
I think it is, too. What they're upset about, I think that's number 3 maybe on him now. Yeah, it is.
Brotzel will step to the line, and he'll be shooting 1-1. And now, let's hope the percentage will stay right up there.
2 seasons of officials working the game tonight. Denny Bowman and Bill Roulette, both out of Eau Claire. Doing a good job.
Definitely so. Free throw on the way by Brotzel is going to be good. So Gabe Brotzel now with 5 points on the evening. Amery is 7 out of 7 from the free throw line. Our score 31-25. The Lumberjacks by that much. Brotzel will take his time and will try it again on the bonus. The free throw is on the way, and again it is good. 31-26. Boy, the coach and I have a lot to talk about during the postgame show already, do we not?
Yes, you do.
20 seconds to go. Maybe the Lumberjacks will try for the closeout here. Efforts high on the left side. Now comes near side to Will. He gets it back in the circle. Koppinger out to meet him, putting some pressure on. Still with the dribble is Scott Efforts. Between his legs, now we'll try for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Brotzel. He's got Koppinger loose, but will take it himself. Down low, tries it, no good, but a foul at the buzzer. And Brotzel will go to the line for 2. And the foul is on. Is it on Gruthhausen, 52? I believe so. Let's wait and see. No. It's going to be Clark. Brotzel will be at the line by himself. Maybe it's Efforts for the first time. I'm not sure here. Let's wait and see. They show number 22 and number 1, so that has to be it. Efforts picks up a foul. Brotzel will get the line. And the free throw is no good off the right side. Boy, I wonder if, I have to wonder about this.
What are you wondering about?
I'll bring this point up during our halftime show, but Brotzel will try it the second time now. He's fouled in the act of shooting. The shot is going to be no good. Identical to the first one. So our halftime score here from Ladysmith. The Amery Warriors are trailing the Ladysmith Lumberjacks 31-26. It's been a whale of a basketball game. Back to talk about it after this 2-minute timeout. Teams have completed their halftime warm-ups after the chats in the locker room with their coaches. For the Ladysmith Lumberjacks and Steve Wilhelm for Amery. And again, we tell you that 5-point margin. Well, it doesn't really loom too large here. Amery can certainly erase it quickly. But the Lumberjacks, of course, can put a cushion up there real quick, too. So we'll have to wait and see what is dictated here in the second half. Bill Hegg along with Ray Norstead and Dave Carden coming your way from Ladysmith. Glad to have you along. It was an exciting first half. Let's wait and see now. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm across into the front court, picked up by Larson. Got three three-pointers that the freshman did in the first half. Koppinger goes to the house. Out on top, Koppinger. They want one player to get things rolling. Comes near side, guarded very closely by Efforts. Goes down to the baseline of the house. On top, Wilhelm fakes. Now goes to the post. Jump shot put up and good by Wilhelm. And Amery gets things rolling with a two-pointer.
Good pass off that double team that time to hit the open guard.
And as you mentioned that, 31-28 now. The Lumberjacks by 3. Efforts in the front court on the near side, cut off. Gives off to John Will, top of the key. Right side to go to Brent Larson. The freshman holds on against Wilhelm. Now comes near side to Will. Boy, it looks like they're taking a nap out there compared to that first half. And Brotzel steals the ball, falls out of bounds, throws it off the legs of John Will out of bounds to Amery. So now if they can come down and hit one here, we'd be looking at a one-point game, or who knows, maybe even a even-Steven contest. Wilhelm across on the left side, gives off to Koppinger. Goes to Wilhelm on the give and go, but has the ball stripped. It was tipped by Efforts, picked up by Larson. And he brings her down quickly. Gives off right side to Efforts, down to the baseline from the far corner. Shot put up, no good. Rebound right into the hands of Wilhelm. To Koppinger into the front court. Pulls up, does not go. We'll have to give off. No, he lunges in, tries a shot, no good. They take it away. Well, I think I'll leave it alone here. I'll just leave it alone. Let's tell you quickly, Wilhelm with 2 in that first half, Brotzel with 6, Koppinger with 4, Ginter with 8, Jensen with 4, and Fredrickson with 2 coming off the bench. Ladysmith in the front court. Berg hits from the lane. So Berg gets the first points for the Lumberjacks in the second half. It's now 33-28. Double team on Brotzel. He goes to Wilhelm. He'll bring it across on the left side for Amery. 6:14 to go, third quarter. The Warriors in the front court. Wilhelm goes down low to Brotzel. Going by the defense, gets loose, puts her up, missed another one. He was at point-blank range and missed another one. The rebound to the Lumberjacks. They come down. Efforts misses one. Rebound tipped up by Berg, apparently. And Berg gets another one, so it's 35-28, a 7-point contest. Wilhelm against the freshman Larson. Brings it across on the near side. Races by him. Now he's double-teamed. Steps through the defense. Goes far side to the big guy. The house pulls her down. Goes in the lane. Jump shot put up and good. Good initiative by Jensen. Give him 6. Larson with 9 for the Lumberjacks in the first half. Efforts with 10. John Will had 2. Ruthhausen had 4. Here's a drive underneath at the other end by Larson. No good. Rebound to the house given off to Wilhelm. And Marcus does well to hang out of the ball as he lost his feet momentarily. Given off to Koppinger in the front court, who comes to the near side. Gives off to Brotzel near corner. Looking at the big guy for the alley-oop. It's not there. Out on top to Koppinger. Now he'll drive in the paint, gets loose, dishes off far side, goes to Brotzel, steps on the basketball, out of bounds to Amery. Amery dodged one there as Gabe a little bit late with the shot.
Once again, an excellent pass. A nice dish off there. He went up the lane and got on the open man, and we just weren't able to convert.
Wow, we're doing so many things right. And there again, we use that word. We cannot convert on some good plays. Inbound pass, Koppinger loose on the baseline. Gets in, tries it, good. Oh, I wish that team I had could inbound like that. I'll tell you, that was beautiful. Here's Ladysmith in the front court. Ruthhausen going right side. He tried to hit Berg, and Berg thought he was going to put it up. So another turnover on the Lumberjacks. It is 35-32. Amery trailing by 3, but they have the basketball. Koppinger in the backcourt against Efforts with some good ball handling. Brings it across on the left side. On the top of the key now. Still with the basketball. Bounce pass to Wilhelm. Guarded by the freshman, Brent Larson. He goes to the paint, tries a shot. It's going to be good, and he's fouled by Larson. So a possibility of a three-point play, and if so, we'll have a tie ball game. Boy, I'll tell you, Brent did well that time. He was left alone in the air, got hacked, still had the touch, and got the 2 points.
Amery with a little bit of a different look that time with Koppinger bringing the ball up and going off to Wilhelm instead of Wilhelm bringing the ball up. And a nice penetrating shot there by Wilhelm.
Good description, and at the line, Wilhelm completes the three-point play, and just like that, it's tied 35-all. 4:30 to go, third quarter, as Efforts brings it down for the Lumberjacks. Goes right side to Joel Clark in there now. Out on top to the freshman, three-point attempt on the way. Unbelievably good. Unbelievable. No hesitation, and it's a push set shot that he's got. And just like that, it's 38-35, the Lumberjacks by 3. Brotzel across against Clark. Now comes to Wilhelm, near side, guarded by Larson. Looking and holding on, goes to the big guy. He'll go around, jump shot from the baseline up, and good by the big guy. Jensen now with 8, and it's 38-37, a one-point contest. Efforts brings it down, comes near side, Larson left alone, three-point attempt, too hard, rebound pulled down by Brotzel. Amery's basketball and a chance to go ahead. Brotzel into the front court, goes to Ginter. Ginter on top to the big guy of the house. Down low, Brotzel there. This one he'll make, and it's good.
Beautiful pass that time by Jensen. And Brotzel able to convert off of his good move. Could be a key to the second half here.
Definitely so. 39-38. A one-point game for Amery. Efforts, drives, dishes, taken away by Brotzel into the front court. Koppinger lead pass comes in, and he is hacked and nothing called. Well, that's got to be the greatest defensive play of the year as Efforts strips Koppinger of the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Amery's basketball from the baseline.
I thought we had a foul on that one. It looked like Efforts came from behind on that one.
Well, I don't think there was any question about it, but that's all right. We get the ball out of bounds. See if we can convert this one.
Lindee will throw it in from the baseline. Lindee, Brotzel, Koppinger, Jensen, and Maya Fredrickson back in there as well. And here's a good call by the referee.
Absolutely.
As Koppinger went across the lane, he really got pushed.
Efforts was pushing him out as he went through the paint there.
So the Warriors will try it from the baseline again. Lindee will throw it in, goes out high to Koppinger. Efforts on him, top of the key. Drives the near side with a dribble. Now goes inside. Jump shot is going to be on the way, and it's no good. Rebound. Tipped out by the house. Picked up by Lindee. Shot off the glass is no good. Rebound. The house misjudged it, and it was Gruthausen who pulls her down. 39-38, Amery by 1. Efforts into the front court for Ladysmith. Comes near side to the freshman. He goes to the paint. Goes out on top to Will. Three-point attempt. Good. Ah, you can see that one coming a mile away. Will hits from the outside for the first time. Give him 5. And the Lumberjacks lead at 41-39. Now here's Jensen in the backcourt. Giving off to Koppinger. Whips her into the front court to Brotzel. Down low. Fredrickson left alone. Jump shot put up. Missed. And the rebound to Efforts. Tough break for Amery. Efforts races into the front court for Ladysmith. Tried to go right side to Will. Tipped out of bounds by Koppinger. And Ginter will be coming back in. 41-39. The Lumberjacks by 2. And they will have the basketball. Wilhelm coming back in. The house will get a rest. Vinnie Ross will check back in for Ladysmith. And who's going to get a rest here? Berg will come back in as well. Gruthausen coming out of there, as is Joel Clark.
Conditioning is going to really show up here, I think, in the fourth quarter.
Inbound pass Ross to Will. On top to Larson. Near side Efforts. He's got an avenue. Baseline drive. No good. He tipped off to Ross, and Ross in the lane put it up good. Nice pass by Efforts. Ross with 4. Amery in the front court. Ginter on the far side. Goes to Wilhelm. Wilhelm out high on the left, guarded by Berg. Now drives to the free throw line. Comes near side Lindee. Bounce pass into Ginter on the baseline. They'll call it for double dribbling. Tough break. (43-39). A 4-point game for Ladysmith, and they have the basketball. Now it is Efforts bringing it across slowly. Picked up by Koppinger, top of the key. He'll try it for 3. It's no good. Rebound. Lindee tipped it into the hands of Larson. Driving around underneath. Clears it back out. Will try it from the right side. 3. Unbelievable. John Will now with 8 points. And it's 46-39. Amery behind by 7. Koppinger runs into a trap. Gives off to Fredrickson. He brings it across. Goes to Lindee. Down low, who's waiting? Ginter trying to get around the defense, clears it back to Koppinger, left side to Lindee. And we've got 3 seconds called, a turnover on the Warriors, and the Lumberjacks will get it back. Well, Brotzel and the house will have to come back in. Lindee and Fredrickson coming out of there. And Coach T. Wilhelm mentioning a few things to one of the referees. 46-39. Ross Larson near side out on top. Well, stolen away by Brotzel. He'll break away, brings her down. He's fouled, puts it up. It's going to be good. He'll go to the line as will be called for the foul, his first in the game. Brotzel now with 10 points.
Brotzel that time doing a good job of gathering himself before that layup to not only make the layup but draw the foul.
Now let's hope that gathering stays with him for the rest of this contest. That could be the deciding factor. 1:15. Can you believe that terminology? Did I destroy your commentary or did I enhance it? I don't know. At the free throw line, Brotzel misses. He gets his own rebound after the tip goes to Ginter. Underneath, puts it up. He missed it. Rebound, Brotzel tries it. It's going to be good.
Again, Brotzel gathering himself together there. Under control.
And as you mentioned, that Larson tries it for 3 at the other end of the court, and Brotzel comes down with a rebound after he missed it. In the backcourt, Berg on him. He gives off to the house. And the house will bring it across on the far side. Goes around Ross. Drives into the paint. Jump shot put up and good by the house. Can you believe that? 10 points for the house. It's 46-45, a 1-point contest. 40 seconds to go to close out the third. Efforts comes near side to Larson. Wilhelm on him immediately. Now they go to Will. He drives the paint, gets down low. Hook shot, no good. Rebound to House. Into the front court. Brotzel there. He's by himself, puts it up. He's fouled. And can you believe they didn't call it? Unbelievable. Unbelievable turn of events. Brotzel was hacked beyond imagine. Nothing called there, and did they call Koppinger on the rebound or what?
Called the foul on Berg.
Oh, I was just going to say, it looked like he was pointing at Koppinger, and my sincere apology. No doubt about it. How in the world did he miss the call on Brotzel? I'll never know. He was right there. Wilhelm will throw it in with 26 seconds to go. Boy, what a heads-up play by Amery. Inbound pass, Brotzel, far corner. Alley-oops to the big guy. And he's stripped to the basketball. Scramble for it on the floor, and they will call 3 seconds. Tough break for the Warriors. They do not get a chance to go ahead here with 20 seconds. Not yet, anyway. Clark getting ready to come back in for the Lumberjacks. And Efforts will come out of there. Let's take a look now. Efforts with 2 fouls.
I'm surprised they're letting Berg play here. He's got 4 fouls.
Inbound pass goes to Will, to Larson with 17 seconds to go. Wilhelm putting pressure on in the backcourt. Brings it across slowly. Top of the key, still dribbling. Now throwing, he has the ball stripped by Brotzel again. Brotzel goes against Will, puts it up, it's good. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. They called Brotzel for a charging foul. Will was moving with him the whole way, and we'll leave it alone. Well, he got the 2 points taken away. Number 3 on Brotzel. 2 seconds to go to close out the third. Berg throws her in. Will try from the backcourt, way short. Our third quarter score. The Lumberjacks 46. The Amery Warriors 45. Back in the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout. Will guarded by Brotzel. To Berg. On top, Larson. 3-point attempt, too hard. Rebound to the house. Wanted to go for the fast break. Gives off to Wilhelm. Into the front court, pushed by Larson. Now goes left side with the dribble. Brotzel looking at the big guy. Now to Ginter. Down low. The big guy's there. Puts it up. Missed another bunny. And the rebound to Berg. Unbelievable. 46-45. The Lumberjacks by 1. Efforts comes down. Tries a driving layup. And we've got a foul. That's the way it's called. That's not the way it is. What have they called here? Efforts will be going to the line, shooting 2 or what? Ginter has been called for the foul. Well, I'm getting worse here, Ray. I've been
you got those new glasses.
Yeah,
now you're supposed to call those.
I'm not talking about that. I've been a good sport here now for how many years, and all of a sudden the last couple outings I'm losing it again.
Now that was definitely a nice block by the part of the house. He got it all ball up in the air, but that isn't the way the ref called it. So
Efforts at the line, makes the first one, and this kid can shoot baskets. Give him 11 points now. That speaks very well of the Amery defense. The second one is on the way, and it is good as well. 48-45. Brotzel will inbound the pass to Wilhelm. Full court pressure by the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. Wilhelm against the freshman Larson will race across on the left side. Into the front court, down low to the corner. Still with the ball. Now looking, bounce pass to Ginter on the baseline. Lost it, clears it out to Wilhelm. Out on top to go to Koppinger. Now to Ginter at the line. Goes down the paint, got loose, tries a shot. No good, but he'll draw a foul. And it'll go against number 52, Bauer. And he was kind of trying to hide his number behind the basketball, but it didn't work. So Bryan will pick up foul number 3. Ginter will go to the line once again. He's 4 out of 4, 8 points on the evening. And the free throw missed. Fouled in the act of shooting. He'll try it again. 6:54 to go in the game. Second one is good. 48-46, the Lumberjacks by 2, and they have the basketball. Efforts into the front court. Lead pass down low. Bauer, far side. Three-point attempt by Will is good. Holy smokes. You get close, and they shoot those three-pointers. Inbound pass, Wilhelm. Take a look at this guy, Marcus Wilhelm. What is a key about Marcus Wilhelm? He can dribble with both hands supremely. He goes, gets Ginter down low. Unbelievable. He's hacked. They don't call it. Brotzel picks up the basketball. Wilhelm. Ginter will try it again. Again, he's fouled, and nothing called. Now, this referee's got a problem down here, and that's an unprofessional opinion. I'll leave it alone. Jake Ginter was fouled twice in the act of shooting, and nothing was called. Wilhelm will throw it in from the baseline. Alley-oops to the house. He steps in. Baseline shot on the way. Good. By the way, that was the 4th foul on Bauer. Lumberjacks in the front court. Larson tries it for 3. Top of key. It's good. 15 points for the freshman. 54-48. The Lumberjacks by 6. Amery. Brotzel will bring it across on the left side. Picked up by Efforts. Goes by him. In the lane. Got down low. Tried the shot. No good, but he's fouled. And it should be Efforts. Or will it be Baker? I doubt it's going to be Bauer.
You mean Gruthausen?
Gruthausen? Wow. I knew I would never make it with that name all night. And I'm not trying to take anything away from this kid at all. He's big and strong on the inside. But it is Baker who is called for the foul as first. And it is Brotzel stepping in.
Brotzel again with a good strong move to the basket. Just laying it again just a little too high on the glass.
As you mentioned that, Dave, he hits the first one from the free throw line. With that, 12 points on the evening and a chance to make it 13. It is no good. Rebound. Pulled down by Baker, rather. Given off to Will. Stripped to the ball by Brotzel. He'll bring her down. Goes down low by himself. This one he makes as he took off from way out there. Now it's 54-51. The Lumberjacks down that quickly. Out on top they go to Efforts. Near side it is Larson. Guarded by Wilhelm. Given off to Baker. Ben Baker with the basketball goes in the lane to Gruthausen. Right side to Will. A 2-point attempt is no good. Rebound to House. He muscled her down, and he'll wait for the rest of the crew here. Well, Wilhelm drew the attention, so the House brings her across. Goes to Ginter. On top, Koppinger. 54-51, the Lumberjacks by 3. Left side, they go to Wilhelm. He'll try it for 3, and it's going to be good by Wilhelm. And now we've got a tie ball game. 54-54 as Efforts brings it across for Ladysmith. High on the right side. Ball tipped away by Wilhelm. He tipped it away from Gruthausen. And he's called for a foul. Timeout called by the Amery Warriors. It's a tie ball game here, rather. Ladysmith and Amery, 54 apiece as they talk things over. Let's go back for a 1-minute timeout. Pass Baker near side after the timeout. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound and a foul on Will coming over the top of Jensen.
Ladysmith really looking for those 3-point attempts tonight.
John Will called for the foul. Now, that'll bring her down to the other end. The bonus in effect, and the big guy going to the line. And if he makes the first one, Amery will lead 55-54.
Well, the good news about this is the Warriors are in the 1-1, and Ladysmith still got 3 more falls or 4 more falls before they're going to get to that point.
Definitely so. The House puts it through. The House hits the first one. Give him 13. Amery leads at 55-54. The second one, short, rebound, efforts. Taken away by Koppinger. A drive toward the bucket. He let the defense go by, and he got fouled by Efforts. Efforts was committed, and Koppinger, knowing what has happened here, the recent history of this ball game, decided he would take no chances.
Koppinger really impressive on that. Efforts is very quick, and Koppinger picked him clean in the backcourt. Not easy to do.
55-54. Amery by 1. Matt Koppinger at the line. 6 points on the evening. He'll be shooting a couple. The first one is no good. Short. Boy, Amery's free throw shooting has been hot, and it has been cold. The second one is going to be good. Amery leads by 2, 56-54. Efforts against Koppinger, taking a little more care this time. Gets around him. Free throw line jump shot missed. Rebound, Koppinger. Almost lost it. Gives off to the big guy. And he'll give off to Wilhelm. 4:36 to go in this game. Wilhelm into the front court through the circle. Drives the near side. Getting down low. Larson all over him. Alley-oops to Brotzel. Brotzel left alone, puts it in for 2. 58-54, Amery by 4. Efforts across against Koppinger, almost lost it again. Goes to the free throw line and gives off to Baker. Now to Will, 3-point attempt on the way. Good. Will hits from the outside. 14 points for him. Full court pressure by the Lumberjacks. Inbound pass to Brotzel. John Will on him. Stripped almost. Brotzel got it back. Goes to Koppinger. And before Koppinger can get any place, he is fouled right near the timeline. It is Baker again. That'll be number 2 on him.
Once again, it's real crucial for the Warriors at this time that we've got to be making these free throws, and they got to make the front end here. You start making all these free throws, and it's going to be a whole different ball game here down the stretch.
58-57, Amery by 1. Koppinger shooting a 1-1. The first one on the way is going to be good. Hit the front of the rim and roll through. Koppinger now with 8 points. 59-57, Amery by 2. 3:57 to go. Koppinger to try it again. The shot is going to be it's good. It's good. So give him 9. It's now 60-57, Amery by 3. Efforts on the near side. Koppinger guarding him. Goes to the freshman Larson. A check there as Larson goes out on top. Whips the right side to Will. Will to Larson. Koppinger on him. Near side, it is Gruthhausen out high. Now to Will. Brotzel on him to Larson. Larson looking in. Now dribbles across the key. Comes to Baker. He holds on against Ginter. Out on top they go to Efforts. Berg getting ready to come back in with 4 fouls. Near side, it's Will. Brotzel on him. Drives around the right side. Gives off to Baker. Baker on top to Efforts. He'll try it for a couple. It's going to be an air ball out of bounds. It'll be Amery's basketball.
That was the most passes Ladysmith threw the whole night. Good defensive pressure that time by Amery.
Absolutely.
Right. The Lumberjacks calling timeout. Amery leads at 60-57. We're back in 1 minute. Welcome back once again, everyone. Phil Haig along with Ray Norstead and Dave Carden from Ladysmith. What an exciting contest it's been. 60-57, Amery with a 3-point lead. They will have the basketball. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. Taking his time against Larson, the freshman. He will bring it across on the near side. Goes down low. Out on top, Koppinger, right side of the key. Guarded closely by Efforts. Hands off to Wilhelm. Marcus to the top of the key. Back this way to Koppinger, looking at the big guy. Koppinger against Efforts has to move. Needs help. Bounce pass Ginter. Tipped out of bounds by Berg. Well, a little bit slow that time. And Amery will have it from the baseline with 2:49 to go. Boy, you don't want to make a mistake now.
Both teams turning it up a notch on defense, so.
Definitely so. Wilhelm will throw it in. Goes to Koppinger, loose on the near side. Picked up quickly by Efforts. In the lane. Gives off to Wilhelm. Wilhelm goes to the big guy. The House around the defense. Got caught underneath. Knocked out of bounds by John Will. It'll be Amery from the baseline once again. Well, that time the House played a little reckless abandon underneath. No place to go. Inbound pass, Koppinger. Efforts on him immediately. Got somewhat of a screen. Koppinger loose. Goes to Brotzel. And we've got timeout called by Amery. 60-57. The Warriors by 3. 2:31 to go. We're back in 1 minute. Well, the Ladysmith Lumberjacks coming out first. And I'll tell you, they had an inspirational chant from Coach Forrest Larson.
Well, before we go any further here, Bill, I just got to remember to say hi to Dad back there and the rest of the crew over at Evergreen again tonight. I hope you're enjoying this game as much as we are.
Holy smokes, what a contest it's been. Too bad he's not here along with the rest of the crew. It would have been well worth the drive over here tonight. Koppinger will throw it in, goes to Brotzel high on the left side. John Will picks him up. Brotzel with the basketball. Dribbles across the key. Double team, gives off to Wilhelm. Marcus picked up by Larson. Now goes toward the top of the key. Almost had a strip picked up by Ginter. To Koppinger, high on the left side, 2:14 to go. Matt pulls up at the post left side to the big guy. The house looking at Ginter. Now drives in the lane, gets loose, jump shot put up. He pushed it. Rebound comes down to Berg. To Will into the front court. Down low to Gruthausen. Gruthausen goes to Will. Three-point attempt from the far side. No good. Rebound tipped by Ginter. Pulled out of the air by Wilhelm. A jump ball called. It'll be Amery's basketball. Good hands by Wilhelm. He muscled it away, or he had better position. It'll be Brotzel to throw it in. Amery with the three-point lead. Inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. Larson on him immediately. 1:50 to go in the game. Wilhelm in the backcourt. Trying to get a screen from the house, and a foul called on Larson. Getting too close. It'll be 1-1 for Marcus Wilhelm as Brent Larson picks up foul number 3. 1:42 to go in the ball game. And we've been stuck on 60 here for a minute or so. Everybody on the edge of their chair as Wilhelm will step to the line, the 5'10" junior guard for Amery. The free throw is on the way, and it's good. Wilhelm now with 11. Amery leads it by 4, 61-57. Wilhelm to try it again. On the way, and it is good. Wilhelm hits them both. 1:42 to go as Efforts brings it across. Drives down low. He got loose and hits it for 2. Good initiative by Efforts. Give him 14. Inbound pass to Wilhelm. 62-59, Amery by 3. Wilhelm against Larson. Trying to get a screen from the house. Will bring it across on the near side. Good handling by Wilhelm. Pulls up on the near side. Out on top to go to the house. Left side, Brotzel. Brotzel looking at Ginter. Now goes to Wilhelm. Larson all over him. High on the left side to Brotzel with 1:13 to go. Brotzel drives. Cannot go. Out on top to go to Koppinger. The defense swarming. Now Koppinger goes to the post. He's hacked by Efforts. Efforts picks up foul number 4. And it will be a 1-1 situation for Matt Koppinger. 1:05 to go in the game. 62-59. A 3-point game for the Amery Warriors at this stage. Koppinger to try it. Free throws on the way. It's good. 10 points now for Koppinger and a chance to make it 11. The second one is going to be no good. Rebound tipped by Efforts and picked up. 63-59. Efforts down, got the avenue, goes down low. The shot's going to be no good. And who's the foul on?
Koppinger, I believe.
Yep.
Matt Koppinger picks up number 2 as Efforts kind of rolled on his shoulder down low. Lindee will come back in here as Coach Steve Wilhelm thinking about overtime here. Well, I guess maybe Matt sprained his left ankle a little bit or his knee or something.
No, he's got cramps.
Well, whatever it is. Okay,
yeah.
Good call. So Lindee comes in, and Efforts will step to the line. 63-59, the score remains. Amery by 4, but Efforts can change that. Free throw on the way is going to be good. 15 points for Efforts. He, by the way, is playing with 4 fouls. Efforts to try it again. On the way, and it's good. 63-61, a 2-point game. Timeout called by Amery as they had difficulty getting the ball in. 59 seconds to go. 63-61. Amery by 2. They'll have the ball when we come back in 30 seconds. Bill Haig along with Ray Norston and Dave Carden from Ladysmith. Holy smokes, what a basketball game. It'll be Amery's basketball. They call the timeout, 59 seconds to go, and they lead by 2 at 63-61. Brotzel will throw it in. Nobody down near the baseline, rather. Now the move, and it'll go to Wilhelm clearly. He'll have to move with a trap put on. He goes to the house, across into the front court. Will give off to Wilhelm. Larson on him immediately. Marcus with the dribble, trying to cover the near side, gives off to Brotzel near corner. He drives down, gets down low, tries a shot, no good, but he's fouled. And if it's Efforts, he's out of the ball game. If it's number 22, Efforts, he's out of the ball game, according to my stats. And that is number 5. He'll have to come out of there. Tough break for the Lumberjacks, as he will leave the game with 16 points. Well, he probably did not think so. But he's still on the floor. And now what's the call?
The coach is trying to get somebody else to go in here. Efforts is out, and they also have 2 other people out there who have 4 fouls each. So fouls could really be a crucial factor for Ladysmith down the stretch here.
Well, Coach Forrest Larson really taking his time. And now Wilhelm calls his players over to the bench. And let's see if this works now. Nobody's called timeout. And as you see, Larson and Will were moving toward the bench, like Amery may have called timeout.
No, they didn't.
No, I know they did not. But
the old hidden timeout play.
I'm referring to Brotzel is at the line with 40 seconds to go. The free throw is going to be no good. 16 points for Gabe Brotzel. Second one is on the way, and it is no good. Rebound pulled down by Berg. It's a 2-point game with 38 seconds to go. Amery by 2. Larson, Lindee on him, and timeout called by the Lumberjacks. Well, they'll set things up when we come back in 30 seconds. By 2, but the Lumberjacks will have the basketball as play resumes. And I'll tell you, they have some dynamite offensive power here. Scott Efforts is on the bench with 5 fouls. Larson, Berg, Joel Clark, John Will, and Brian Gruthausen for the Lumberjacks. Koppinger, Lindee, Brotzel, Jensen, and Wilhelm for Amery. Inbound pass goes to Larson in the backcourt. Lindee on him with 30 seconds to go. Brings it down near side and gets down low. Does not go. Out on top to go to Will. Wilhelm on him. Drives in, down to the baseline. Berg there does not go. Out to Larson. 3-point attempt on the way is good. Now, the Lumberjacks by 1. 15 seconds to go. Wilhelm will bring it across. 12 seconds. And timeout called by Amery with 10 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. 64-63. Ladysmith by 1 with 10 seconds to go. Can you believe the composure of this 5'6" freshman, Brent Larson? 18 points on the night, and they have all come from 3-point range.
Well, the defense is going to be interesting now. They're going to try and, I'm sure, notch it up here a little. But they might have shot that a little too early. The Warriors got 10 seconds here. That's still plenty of time to get a good, decent shot from under the basket. It's just a question of whether it can go or whether they get fouled in the process.
Well, you know he's going to get fouled, but we get the call.
Well, I think this late in the game you will. I hope anyway.
64-63, the Lumberjacks by 1 point.
Well, Coach Carden, what are they going to do?
Well, they probably got plays that they work on just in this situation. 10 seconds to go. Ball out on the side. They'll be running something right out of a set play, I'm sure.
Amery will inbound it from right down in front of us. And you hear the Amery crowd right down in front of us cheering on. The adult fans and the other members of the freshman and JV team. Inbound pass goes to Brotzel. On the near side, he'll try it. It's going to be good by Brotzel. And timeout called by the Lumberjacks.
Brotzel got the big one to fall.
Boy, that was a long 6 seconds. 4 seconds to go. The Lumberjacks now have the pressure put on them. It's a one-point game, 64-63. They have not changed the score. They got the score wrong on the scoreboard. They've got Ladysmith leading 64-63. It should be 65-64. Now they have changed it. Now they've changed it 65-64. We got the attention of the referee, and he winks at us now. Holy smokes, we've seen it all here. I'm getting off my chair for the first time. I might mention the facilities we have been given to work from are top-notch. Boy, what a view we have for this game.
Absolutely. The defense here is going to be all important, of course, with 4 seconds to go. And make sure that they don't get an easy pass in.
Berg will throw it in.
Watch the backdoor cut.
Koppinger. It'll go to Larson, cut off by Koppinger, inbound pass to Larson. Goes around the right side, long shot on the way, it's no good, and Amery wins it. Amery wins it 65-64 in one of the most exciting games you'll ever see in high school basketball. The Amery Warriors prevail here over the Ladysmith Lumberjacks, 65-64. We'll do some computing. We'll be back to talk about it, and we'll be talking with Amery coach T. Wilhelm when we come back after this 2-minute timeout. And everyone, Bill Haig along with Ray Norstead and Dave Carden from Ladysmith. And what an exciting win for Coach T. Wilhelm and the Amery Warriors. They improved to 12-3 now. And the Lumberjacks their record will move to 11-3. Quickly, let's tell you that Amery finished the game shooting 45% to 40% for the Ladysmith Lumberjacks. The rebounding stats, Amery finished with 35-22 for Ladysmith. Now the individual scoring quickly. Marcus Wilhelm finished the game with 12 points and no fouls. Gabe Brotzel with 16 and 3 fouls. Matt Koppinger finished with 10, 1 foul. Jake Ginter with 9 points, 1 foul. Scott the House Jensen with 13 points and 2 fouls. Coming off the bench, Matt Lindee with no points, 1 foul, and Maya Fredrickson with 2 points and no fouls. Looking at the Ladysmith Lumberjacks, Brent Larson finished the game with 18. All of those points coming via three-pointers. The 5'6" freshman. What an inspiration for this team. 18 points for Larson. He picked up 3 fouls. Scott Efforts, 16 points. He fouled out of the game in the fourth quarter. Mike Berg with 4 points, 3 fouls. John Will, 14 points with 2 fouls. Brian Guthhausen with 4 points and 4 fouls. Coming off the bench, Joel Clark with 2 points, 1 foul. Ben Baker, 2 points, 2 fouls. And Vinnie Ross with 2 points and 1 foul. Amery led at 16-15 after 1. They trailed 31-26 at the half. They trailed 46-45 after 3 and came back for an exciting win, 65-64. Well, Ray Norstead, I don't know. I guess we can go back in Amery history and pick out some exciting contests, but I'll tell you, this one here was something beside all of those for some reason. I don't know. To me, it's been a while since we've seen a game like this with intensity from start to finish, and then to top it off with a 1-point win over a very good Ladysmith team.
That doesn't get any better than that, Bill. As we talked about, I guess, coming into the game, that it was going to really be a barn burner, and it definitely was. Everything we thought it was going to be, and then a little more, I guess. Just a good effort on the part of our kids. Played good defense, played good offense, too, coming back from a deficit here in the fourth quarter to pull out a win. And it's just a fantastic, I think, momentum builder for our kids, maybe as we look forward to Thursday night and New Richmond coming to town and the rest of the middle border games. So I'm really upbeat, I guess, at this point. We just hope for a lot more wins as we go down the road.
Very good comments, Ray Norstead. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll have a happy road trip home, no doubt about it.
You betcha. It might be a little crowded, but we'll have a good trip back.
Very good.
Here's Dave.
And also Dave Carden, who joined us tonight on our broadcast, and you ended up in Amery tonight, and I'm sure it was the last thing on your mind driving to Ladysmith, much less witness a high school game of this caliber, and then to join us on the broadcast. Thank you so much for your comments. They were right on the right on the point all the way through. It was a lot of fun to work with you tonight, Dave.
Well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. I certainly wasn't expecting this when I came up here, but we certainly saw all the basketball game that we did expect. It was everything we thought it would be, just as Ray said. It was Ladysmith up and down the floor and going to three-point land, and Amery showing some good control against the pressure and going inside and finally getting some of those shots to drop in the second half. Just a excellent, exciting, entertaining high school basketball game.
Dave,
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you very much, Dave. Dave Carden, former coach at Ellsworth, and we'll be back with Amery coach Steve Wilhelm right after this 30-second timeout. It's now Amery coach Steve Wilhelm, and wow, up and down, not much up and not much down, but some so-so calls and some incredible three-point shooting by the Lumberjacks. Great ball control on our part. They set the plays up, finished them. We missed some bunnies in the opening, but a determined Amery Warrior team under your guidance tonight comes away with a one-point win, and I guess that is the way it probably should be, given the way the game was played, a one-point win here tonight.
Well, you know, when we came in, I told the kids tonight that the key thing we wanted out of this game is like a tournament game. You know, we're going to be on the road for 3 games in a row if we were to be fortunate enough to win those. Every one of them against a pretty good ball club, and we had to be able to step up and finish and play well against a good team. You know, the River Falls, the New Richmond, the Bloomer on the road. You know, we didn't step up and we didn't get good play out of a lot of our players, and we lost. And so, you know, even if we would have lost this one tonight, at least we showed that, you know, we didn't give up. We're down by 7. We come back and tie the game 2 or 3 different times in the game. So that showed me something. You know, we're starting to get a little bit more hungry, a little bit more determined, a little bit more intense. And I thought we did a better job of handling the basketball in the second half. We didn't get so many foolish turnovers. We didn't finish very well. We had a number of easy opportunities to score some layups, and the free throw line was still a little bit of a problem for us at times. But I thought we played pretty good defense. And this is such a hard team to play against because you don't see anybody like this all season. You know, with every other game you play, it's always, if the ball goes into the post, you want to sink and attack the post, make it go back out. With these guys, you don't want to. House was on his own tonight. We told him that. But you're so used to going back in that they throw it back out and they can shoot the 3. And for a few times, we just, you know, we forgot. We didn't get back out there, and they nailed some 3s. But I saw them play against Spooner, and they were about 3 for 28 from the three-point line. Tonight, they're 11 for 33. And, you know, the little Larson kid is a nice little freshman. He does what he has to do. He nails it. But Efforts is really a good player. You know, he's tough. And I thought Comp did a great job on him. He still got his points, but he really was tough on him.
All right, Coach. We saw so many things in this game. We saw the three-point shooting on their part, and it seems like every time we battled back against them, somebody would step up, Larson or Efforts or Will for them, to hit that three-pointer, timely three-pointers. So, big part of the game. But now I want to go back to the game in general. We had 11 wins coming in here tonight. Now, do any one of those reach a parallel of this game here tonight?
Well, no, because we really haven't had too many games where it's come down to the end and you execute. You know, you always want to find out how your team does in the last 2 minutes when the game's on the line. Most of our wins were, you know, fairly comfortable wins. We didn't have to play in the fourth quarter. This was one of those, especially on the road against kind of a hostile crowd, and there's a lot of people here. You know, how do you handle that pressure? And I thought we handled it really pretty well. I didn't think we turned the ball over at the end. And so this hopefully will give us some impetus going into Thursday, because, you know, the same type of atmosphere will prevail on Thursday. But, you know, a win is a win, and a win on the road is really tough, and we needed that tonight. So this was fun for us.
All right, Coach, you mentioned the road. We've got a long road trip home, so we're going to let it go at that. We want to thank you for your time. Congratulations on an exciting win. It sure made it a lot of fun for us up here in Broadcast Row. And we'll see you Thursday night when the Tigers come to town.
Good. Thanks, Bill.
Amery coach Steve Wilhelm. That'll do it for our coverage on Amery Cable TV, Channel 27 Sports. We want to thank our cameraman tonight, Steve Hagen. And don't forget, Thursday night, New Richmond will be in town for Middle Border Conference play. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with more on the radio right after this 1-minute timeout.